Oh, baby! It looks like Mohnish Pabrai, this handsome man right here, is now offering a very interesting mutual fund that is going to, I guess, outperform the market. Welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. Of course, this is not Mohnish Pabrai. This is Dr. Eggman. I think he's from Sonic, but he looks a lot like him. This is Mohnish Pabrai. So he's some kind of value investor. You know, he was on Everything Money. He got interviewed by the world famous Small Gabriel. This guy's, I guess, famous somehow. I don't know how, but whatever. So apparently this guy is popular on YouTube, and he made a mutual fund. So we're gonna go look into this mutual fund and see if it's a worthy investment. Is this a good deal? Is it gonna make you 10x my hen hex, or is it a massive, insane grift and cash grab? Well, I'll leave that judgment to you. Okay. So what is this fund called? Well, you can go to the website, and it's called the Pabrai Wagons Fund. Why is it called the Wagons Fund? I guess it's an ancient Indian myth that, the wagons went out west, and no, I'm just kidding. That's a U.S. myth, but not really a myth, reality. But the Wagons Fund is a kind of a thing where they talk about circling the wagons, where you circle the wagons around, investments that you think are going to do great in the long run. So basically, you buy and hold really good stocks, and you just let them run. Okay, you circle the wagons around them. So he calls it the Wagons Fund, wagonsfund.com. And if you go to the website, you can learn a little bit about the fund. I always recommend you go to the investor presentation and you always read the prospectus. The prospectus lays out everything, okay? So let's go and check out the summary prospectus, because I'm not reading the whole freaking prospectus. Here is a prospectus. It basically gives you all the dirty details that you need. So this is a pretty recent fund, okay? You got the ticker symbol here. You got the retail class shares and the institutional class shares. There's a lot of investments that are offered to both retail and institutions. Usually institutional funds have lower expense ratios, stuff like that. But these are the two ticker symbols. Now, the first thing that I look at is the fees. Right off the bat, we see a redemption fee, okay? If you sell this within 90 days of purchase, they charge you. You can't even sell without getting charged. They're going to take 1% of your money for freaking selling the fund. Then we go down within 90 days. Then we go down and look at annual fund operating expenses. They got management fees, distribution and service fees, which is like basically a sales fee, shareholder fee, other expenses, fee waiver, total annual fund operating expenses after fee waiver and expense reimbursement. 1.49% for the retail and 1.24% for the institutional. That is ridiculously high, okay? In comparison, you can get 0.03. 0.03, what is that, 50 times cheaper? By buying VTI. This is 50 times. You're losing 1.5% of your investment every year paying Mr. Eggman. You're paying this man. This literally looks like a man that would charge 1.5%. Okay? 1.5%. And that doesn't even include the tax drag. Okay? You want to know why? Because with taxes, all the buying and selling he's probably going to be doing inside this fund, you're going to be paying a lot of taxes. Okay? This is insane. This is right off the bat. This is an immediate disqualifier. You do not have to read anything else about this fund, okay? But we're going to keep reading, of course. So 1.49%. That's stupidly high. Portfolio turnover. So this is an actively managed fund. So he's picking stocks, basically. When you pick stocks, you're buying and selling and buying and selling, and apparently he's going to be circling the wagons. He's going to be circling the wagons. But he's going to be going in and out of stocks, I guarantee, okay? That creates taxable events. That's turnover. All the transaction costs and commissions and whatever they got to freaking pay to buy and sell stocks. Those are all going to be passed down to you as the investor. And you're going to be paying taxes if you have this in a taxable account, okay? So insanely high fees. It's going to have higher turnover than an index fund. I'd be shocked if it didn't, because it's an actively managed fund. And what is he going to do with the money? Well, the presentation covers it a little bit more, but basically he's going to be buying stocks. He's going to look across the world and buy stocks that are opportunities, which according to him are, very strong moat companies. So let's go look at the investor presentation. So we know the expense ratio. Okay, here's some wagons. Okay. Wow. Oh, wow. It's Oh, we know the expense ratio is out of freaking control. This was published as of October 2023, so last month. Disclosure. The Pabrai Wagons Fund is a non-diversified, meaning it may focus its assets in fewer individual holdings than a diversified fund. So you're paying 1.49%, and it's not diversified. That sounds like a good deal. Not a lot of diversification, which means if one or two investments go bad, you get your butt torn open, get your cheeks blown out, and I'm paying 1.49%, and there's going to be a lot of portfolio turnover. I'm sold, okay? The fund is new and has no operating history. Wow. And there could be no assurance the fund will grow or maintain an economically viable size. I'm sure this fund is going to take over. This is going to be bigger than VTI one day. VT stacks. Okay. So, blah, 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 blah. Fund holdings and sector allocations are subject to change. It's actively managed. Okay? Actively managed. That means higher turnover. References to the performance record of Berkshire Hathaway or Warren Buffett is in no way meant to suggest the fund will have a similar record of performance in the future. So you'll see in this presentation, he mentions Warren Buffett. Like, okay, I mean, I guess when I talk about VT, I'll just mention Warren Buffett and make it seem like Warren Buffett wants you to buy VT, and I guess that'll make me look smarter, okay? But they had to put this in here for all the retail clowns that, think this is like Warren Buffett's fund, okay? So he goes a little bit more. So this fund just launched September 29th. Long only, which is good. I mean, it's better than shorting. Public equities. Global opportunistic. With a target concentration of 12 to 25 businesses. That is not diversified. I don't care what the academics say. Oh, well, if you have a portfolio of 10 or more, then it's just diversified. No. Okay? I want more than 15 or 25 businesses. Because even if you have 15 or 25 businesses, what if the top two are like 30% of the holdings? And then those two go to crap. You're destroyed. You're nuked from orbit. You're done. Okay? VT has like, what, 8,000, 9,000 stocks? This is 15 to 25. And that's a target. You could have less. That's insanely risky. Well, how does he do it? Well, we're going to acquire them at meaningful discounts to their underlying intrinsic value. Because I'm so smart. I just know when stocks are undervalued. It's so easy, bro. So here's more about Mr. Mohnish, who got interviewed by Paul Gabriel. So we don't have to read his bio. We know he's a genius, okay? Our investment philosophy is rooted in the belief that exceptional investment performance is usually the product of only a few great investments held for a very long time. The trick is not only to find the greatest investments, but also not to... That sounds really easy. So there's all these investments out there. And, it's very hard to find one that's good. But as long as you hold it for a long time, and you pick one of the few stocks that's going to do very well, I guess you could make a lot of money, okay? Reminiscent of the defensive maneuver of American pioneers, going back to our roots here, the fund will circle the wagons around its highest conviction holdings, which it believes will have the highest potential for investment return. I guarantee you the turnover of this fund is going to be nuclear proportions. He ain't going to hold this stuff for the long run. I guarantee it, okay? In 58 years of Berkshire management, Warren Buffett, most of my capital allocation decisions have been no better than so-so. Our satisfactory results have been the product of about a dozen truly good decisions. That'd be about one every 5 years. Wow, it sounds like there's long odds to make good decisions. It sounds like more likely than not, you're going to make a bad decision. But somehow Mohnish Pabrai, he's going to make so many good decisions like Warren Buffett did that it's going to compensate for all the bad decisions with 15 companies or less. Oh my God. So apparently, this is like an example. Warren Buffett. 300 stocks, 12 good ones, 4% were successful. You know what this tells me? It tells me you should buy an index fund. Why? Because you're buying everything. You're buying everything. You're picking the winners and the losers. But the winners will win so well that they'll outperform the losers. Okay? When you're picking individual stocks, 15, you could pick 15 of the stocks that are the clown stocks, and literally none of them do good. And then you don't have any returns. Oh my God. Oh, here we go. We believe, blah, blah, blah. We're going to circle the wagons with Geico, and these are all Warren Buffett's companies. Then we have a dude here. We have a bunch of companies and a dude. This is the stupidest thing I ever heard. Okay, look, I'm not saying this is fraud. I'm not saying that. But this is not a good deal. 1.49% expense ratio. Redemption fee if you decide to get out because you realize you bought a clown investment. No, don't put this in your IRA. No. Why? No. Okay? Now, I'm sure these people are outstanding people. But when you have an expense ratio of 1.49%, you can't win. You can't win. You're going to lose. That's too high, okay? I don't like this fund. I don't care how smart Mohnish is. He makes one or two mistakes, your butt gets blown open. And you just bleed out, okay? Bad, bad, bad decision. So that's my thoughts on the Wagon Fund. When I was a kid, I took a dump in a wagon by a soccer field in Italy. That's right. That's what I think about when I think about the Wagon Fund. I think about taking a dump. All right, talk to you later. Cheers.